Hey y'all, it is Laura Louise here. You can call me LL. Owner and artist of Restyled Lemons. And I'm so excited to be here today to paint with you as a resident artist for Paint Pixie. I have this beautiful French provincial nightstand that I'm going to paint with you. And I actually have a whole bedroom set. Got 2 of these nightstands and 1 long dresser. And so I'm in the midst of painting all of that. So I thought I would just take one of the nightstands and paint that along with you. And I'm super excited because I'm going to be using Paint Pixie's new Magical Chaulk Paint line. Okay, so I'm going to start off with, you guys see that? It's called Glazed Donut. I'm going to put that over the whole piece kind of as a base. And then I'm going to slowly mix in this beautiful color. Hold on a second. You guys see that? Not really, right? There we go. This is Violet Lemonade. So I'm going to mix these 2 together eventually to create a beautiful blush color. So my goal is to get most of this a blush color. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a little ombre with that lighter beige. Still deciding, but then I'm going to eventually throw in some gold. So it's going to be a fancy kind of little girl's bedroom nightstand, or I know a lot of grown-ups who love pink, so it could go in their room too. So that is the goal of the day, and apparently my daughter's kitty has joined us. This is Leonardo da Vinci. We call him Vinky. Anywho, so I'm going to start out with the dusty brush and the little D. Okay, those are all Paint Pixie brushes. Okay, so I'm going to just do a quick base coat with our Magical Chaulk Paint. Again, Glazed Donut. I don't know if you guys can see that color. It's kind of an oatmeal color, but when it mixes with this Violet Lemonade pink that I showed you, oh, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And so what I do is I just squirt it on my tray here, my press and seal, so it's easy, easy cleanup. And always get my brush prepped with my mister. Get it a little bit wet, helps the paint go on smoother and also saves your paint. We'll see what Da Vinci does. So I'm just going to start here at the bottom. Okay, so we got the first coat on, base coat. And what I've decided to do is I'm going to but in the center of these drawers, I'm going to make it more of this off-white creamy beige color. Again, I'm using Glazed Donut Magical Chaulk Paint by Paint Pixie right now. And then I'm going to mix Violet Lemonade. This light is just too bright, y'all. But I'll post it or show you better picture later. Okay, so what I did is I just took some of that glazed donut on my little D, and I just put the paint, started in the middle on these cute little keyholes, and just kind of went out from there. So I know that's where I want that color to be. So again, I'm taking my glazed donut Magical Chaulk Paint from Paint Pixie, putting it here on my tray that I showed you earlier. And then I'm mixing Violet Lemonade, which is such a fun color, in with my glazed donut. Hey y'all, okay, so I put 1 whole coat on. I'm now gonna put a second coat on, and I want it to be a little bit lighter. This is more pink than I wanted, so I just ended up mixing it all in the bowl here. And again, using the Magical Chaulk Paint, Glazed Donut, and Violet Lemonade. And I did probably 85% glazed donut and the rest 15% of the pink. So I want it to be a lighter blush pink. So down here, where it's still kind of wet with that new pink I just put on, I'm just going to push it into that pink right there. Then I take my other brush with the pink on it. I kind of just blend the two together. Just kind of mix those edges together. Okay, now that I've done my second coat of the blush pink, we are going to add a stencil to the sides, and I'm going to do a stencil on the top to add a little bit more character. Now this stencil, just got it off Amazon. Love me some Amazon, okay? So I'm using a Paint Pixie wax brush to do my stenciling because it's just a great flat surface for that. And then Paint Pixie also came out with metallic paint. It's called Liquid Pixie Dust. And this is 24 karat gold. So we're going to use gold for that. So I'm just going to put some on the bottom of my tray. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so I'm going to take my stencil. I'm going to put it on the edge here. Try to line it up. I do not do things perfect, so we're going to do the best that I can. So I'm going to take that, just going to dab it in, blot it out, my press and seal. Okay, so I just got that. And I'm going to start on the bottom and just work my way up. Okay, so I have put the stencil on both sides. I've put it, as you can see, on the top here. And I put it on the top drawer here, since it has some space. And again, on the side. So what I'm gonna do now, I'll just show you a little bit on the side, is I just grabbed some sandpaper, 220 grit, did it on the round and the regular. So I'm just gonna take that, put it on my edges, and I'm just gonna sing it a little bit, distress it. And I'm also gonna take it and I'm gonna distress all of this metallic gold paint that I stenciled, okay? Because I don't want it to look so uniform and put together. I want it a little messy. Not messy, but just more distressed and more weathered. So here is all that stenciling distressed. So now I'm going to go ahead and distress everything around it to bring the looks together. Okay, now that it is all distressed, we are ready to seal, and I'm using Paint Pixie's Force Field. So this is their water-based premium sealer, and it's in a satin finish. So this is going to protect the piece. I against pretty much everything. So I'm probably gonna put one coat on because I'm actually gonna cover it with a clear wax after that, and then I'm gonna either add white wax or brown wax. And I'm still gonna add some of that beautiful metallic gold paint on the hardware, but I want to cover it all up with the sealer first because it'll be easier to put on and wipe off and kind of get the look that I want when there's a sealer on it first. It's kind of like a base coat for all the extra fun stuff you put on top to make your fun finishes, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and do this using my little Dusty from Paint Pixie. And again, force filled, brand new top coat sealer. Okay, so I decided I'm going to put some brown wax all over and on the hardware with my wax brush. Then I'll wipe it off with a cloth. And then I'm going to add our metallic gold paint to all the hardware and maybe some of the edges to give it a little pop. Okay, now I'm going to take this metallic paint, 24 karat gold, so it's a gold color by Paint Pixie, on my brush, and we're going to go all over the hardware and on the edges of the drawers. Did all the final things. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and seeing each step as I do this. I will put all the products again on here so you know what to use and give you some close-up pictures on the beautiful hardware. Turned out really pretty. I'm really happy with it and all the stenciling and distressing. So thanks so much. It's been fun to be here as a resident artist for Paint Pixie. Have a great day, y'all.